The following contest is a submission match. Making her way to the ring from Queens, New York.
Big time submission match coming up next.
Given the level of pride these two superstars have in their respective games, Cole, you can bet that neither one of them will be giving up easily here tonight.
And her opponent, from New York, the Queen.
We're now just moments away from kicking off our much-anticipated submission match.
Cole, I can't imagine either one of these superstars actually submitting. But hey, believe it or not, one of them is actually going to give up here tonight.
And remember, submissions only as we get underway here.
And given the athleticism of these women, this one promises to be can't miss.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Bringing it back into the ring. Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen. In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission.
I had a feeling this might happen.
Alicia Fox has her right where she wants her. Alicia Fox looking for something big. Corey, you spoke of the submission match for guys. That came out of nowhere.
A blatant disregard for the referee's authority gets this one thrown out.